of India has just given a very crucial verdict where it has declared that electoral bonds which were used to fund Indian elections for the last 6 years are actually unconstitutional and illegal and cannot be used any longer. The reason the electoral bonds have been so controversial is because they allowed companies and individuals to donate anonymously to political parties. There was also no ceiling on the amount that corporates could donate to political parties, which led to all kinds of ethical questions about quid pro quo, etc., and of course, a huge lack of transparency. And while this verdict is very, very welcome, it does also raise questions of what India needs to do to clean up election funding. Before electoral bonds, we basically saw political parties and candidates funding their elections with hard cash. That practice did not entirely stop with bonds, but for now, it looks like parties and candidates will go back to that method. And even though there are ceilings on how much candidates are supposed to spend, for example, on their campaigns, in reality, candidates exceed those limits tens and 100 times over. So what India needs to consider now seriously are what its options are. Should Indian elections, for example, be completely publicly funded, which is what some experts have suggested? Or even if they continue to be funded by private individuals and entities, should there be a certain cap after which there should be a disclosure by political parties? For instance, in the UK, if there is an X amount of money that a political party gets from just one source, then they have to disclose where that money has come from. So should there be some kind of ceiling like that? Should there be a mix of both? All these options can only seriously be considered if there is a political will to clean up election funding in the country. But at the moment, an opaqueness, a certain lack of transparency in the system is unfortunately something that many political parties are okay with.